Hello everybody, Xney here, and today I wanted to talk about the Demoknight because I made a video last week or 2 weeks ago. I don't know, it's been like a week since I actually posted something, but you know, school and all, essays due, tests, but last week was a busy week. I'm gonna try getting more up at a time, but I made a video on Demo Man and Demoknight slash. I was mostly talking about the loose cannon, the Tide Turner, and the Cladamore. But in the video and in everything that was shown, it was mostly just spamming choke points with the loose cannon because that's something I just do with that weapon because it's good for something like that. But I wanted to talk more about the Demoknight thing, which I use there as an escape mechanism. So I've got some gameplay running here of a match I played as a full up on Demoknight, Tide Turner, Wee Booties, and a half Satoichi, which is one of my favorite weapons to use as the Demoknight, because as the Demoknight, your sword is important because it's your only weapon, besides, you know, having a shield, and shields I'll talk about, but the Demoknight is like the 10th class in the game because it's completely different from the way Demo Man is normally, because Demo Man is supposed to be a defensive class even though he is like one of the highest damage outputting classes in the game. But the Demo Man's supposed to be taken defensively, laying down sticky traps, you know, spamming pills to, you know, discourage enemy teams from going down choke points. But the Demoknight takes all of that like crowd control and defensive capabilities and turns the Demo Man into a pick class or an assassin class, much like the sniper, the spy, and a few other classes. So when you go into playing as a Demoknight, you can't think of it like playing Demo Man because they're pretty much two different classes, and the main reasons for this are pretty much, as a Demo Man, you have range, you have defensive capabilities. As a Demoknight, you're purely offensive. There's nothing similar about the two. So, as a Demoknight, you want to choose your loadout accordingly. There's 3 shields, we'll start with that. I mean, personally, as a Demoknight, I love using the Tide Turner. As you can probably see from this gameplay, it's really fun to use. But there's also 2 other shields. The Charge and Targe, I believe, you know, isn't all that great for Demoknighting because it doesn't give you any damage, and it's really good as a defensive shield just to have if you don't want to use a sticky bomb launcher. But the Splendid Screen I still believe is a really good option if you want to use one of the shields, because it does so much damage at any range. Mix that with like a crit from a sword, you just have to, you know, predict where the enemy's going to go because you can't turn at all while you're using it. But the Tide Turner offers that turning ability that the other shields just don't have, which makes it incredible. And so that's up to you. Personally, I think the Tide Turner is the best choice, but I do love to mess around with the Splendid Screen. But then you got to go for your sword. And you can always just use the stock bottle or, you know, a stock weapon, but it's never going to be as good as any of the swords that Demo Man has in his arsenal. I mean, if you don't want to use the bottle, if you want to use the bottle, you could use something like the Cladamore, the Island, and you could use the Islander or the Nessie's 9-iron, just because you lose a bit of health, but if you're going full Demoknight, that's offset by the booties. And each time you get a kill, you're going to get faster, and you're going to get more health, which is incredible for a Demoknight because it makes you more durable, it makes you last longer in a fight. Then, another sword that's really useful is the Cladamore, which you can use if you don't want to switch off of your grenade launcher, because it gives you a plus 25% charge back on kill, which pairs with the Tide Turner 75%, so you don't need the booties anymore. So that's really good for a hybrid kind of loadout, but it's not my favorite for just full-on Demoknighting. For full-on Demoknighting, I much prefer using the half Satoichi, or the Persian Persuader to a lesser extent. The half Satoichi, as you can see from the gameplay once again, I love using just because you get that full health back every time you get a kill. It allows you just to play dumb, I guess is what I'm trying to say, because when I have the half Satoichi and the Tide Turner, I know if I get in and I get a kill, I'm going to have full health when I'm coming out, and I'm going to have full charge. So you can chain them together really nice, which just means you don't have to worry about your health in between like you would with something like the Cladamore or the Islander. That's also a reason I really like the Persian Persuader. The Persian Persuader is also really good because you have that it halves your recharge time for the shield, which is really cool because you're charging more often, but it doesn't really matter as much because with the Tide Turner, I don't know if this is supposed to happen, but there was like it might just be a glitch because I don't think it used to do this. But when you get a kill, even if it's not while you're charging, so if you just normally melee kill someone, it'll recharge your charge meter. So I'm not sure if that's intentional or not. It seems a bit broken to me at least, but I'm not going to question it. It makes it even easier to play Demoknight. But the Persian Persuader is really nice because you can pick up ammo kits as health, which is great because you're probably not going to be using a grenade launcher as the Demoknight, because you're a Demoknight. You don't need grenades. You're a knight, a sword. So personally, I much prefer the half Zatoichi over that, just because of the health gain back and the glitch or whatever it is that gives me full charge back all the time. But then you gotta think, how do you want to play Demoknight? Like I said with the half Zatoichi, I don't have to worry about running in. But that's not entirely true, because if I rush a heavy, I'm gonna die, because the heavy's gonna shoot me, it's gonna stop my charge dead in its tracks, and it's just gonna chew me up with his minigun. But at the same time, I'm not gonna try to rush down a scout who's like jumping around. I'm gonna play smart as a Demoknight, which is something you might not think of Demoknight as something you really have to think of while you're playing. But really, if you think, you can really do some really great stuff with it. You can chain together some charges, get like 6 kills in a row or something. I don't know. It's fun to play. So, you want to sort of play on the flank, like you would if you're a scout. You want to come from where people aren't going to notice you, just because if you get shot, you know, it stops your charge. And you can rely on random crits, which something like the half Zatoichi just seems to get most of the time. But a good chunk of the Demoknight swords don't get random crits, and they have to rely on the charging mechanic. So, it's not a smart idea to rush just straight in without a charge or a plan. So what I like to do is I like to let my team go in first and kind of follow up, kind of pick off the people that are falling around to the fight who aren't noticing me. They're focusing on the people they're fighting, and then I come in as the Demoknight and clean up on them, you know, maybe come in from behind a team, start getting up on people. It's actually a really fun class to play, but you have to play it a lot more carefully than a lot of people think you have to. So, why would you ever want to play Demoknight over the regular Demo Man? Well, to answer that, we have to look at where the Demoknight fits in a team composition. The Demo Man usually takes the area of crowd control and denying enemies from a certain area with sticky traps and spamming pipes. But the Demoknight fills a completely different role. So, when I would play Demoknight to actually help a team effectively, would be, say, if we have a heavy medic, or a medic in a pocket, or someone that he's really sticking with who's doing a lot of good work, and we don't have anything like a sniper or a spy, because you can kind of fill their role by just picking off people from the battlefield. But you want to make sure your team would have the damage that you're not going to be putting out, because you want to make sure they have the denial in like a heavy or a soldier, or maybe even another Demo Man, because you don't want your team to go without that, because if there's a good team out there that you're facing against in just some random match, they're gonna probably, you know, not have much resistance on the defensive side, maybe a sentry gun or something. But without that, you know, the sticky bombs, the grenades coming in, it's a lot easier to push into a team. So that's where I really think the Demoknight shines in a lot of situations. But at the same time, remember, as a Demoknight, you're not invincible. You gotta play smart. So I think that's all I have to say. I'm really hungry. That's another thing I have to say. So I'm gonna go make some clam chowder, which is really good. So I'll see you all later. Hopefully not in another week. Something during this week. Or tomorrow maybe. I don't know.